Okay, intro to my ghetto made video, but it has good content, good information for you. We decided to get a Tesla. We wanted a Model Y. We got a family. Reasons why we're getting it. Of course, we want new gadgets. Who doesn't? They qualify for the tax credit now after the price was reduced in February 2023, something like that. We have a Honda Clarity plug-in hybrid. Our HOV tags are expiring in January, and we're in Southern California, so those are pretty important to me as I drive around for work. Honda Clarity's been a cool car, but coolness, like, man, it's not cool. But it's nice and quiet. It served its purpose. Oh, and then the big one for me is the autopilot. Not the full self-driving, but just the autopilot's good enough. I don't like driving anymore. I don't have the attention span for it, and not that I'm going to sleep or not pay attention, but if I'm not on a racetrack or something like that, then yeah, guiding a vehicle through 3D space is not that much fun to me anymore. And especially for stop and go, and they just electric car for sure. It's cheaper, less maintenance to deal with gas. I mean, it would be extremely cheaper if we didn't live in California, where utility rates are 5 to 6 times higher than they would be in other states. That's kind of absurd, but that's a different question. Anyway, this video in summary is going to be one, my impressions while we were doing our Tesla performance demo, to confirm if we felt we made the right decision with the long range model. And then I just throw a couple bonus videos at the end. So one's just my wife's rapid impressions. Two's some chats we picked up from a guy who had just picked up his performance model, and he was pretty unhappy with some of the things he was finding with build quality and whatnot. And definitely picked up a few tips from him to look for, like, are we sure we want to get the white one? His bumper was very different than the hood color. And we walked around the demo place afterwards and found that he had one of the worst versions of that, at least compared to the ones that were the other Model Ys and Model 3s that were being picked up. So hopefully ours doesn't turn out that bad. Thanks. Okay, well, real quickly, I ordered a Tesla long range with the premium tires. And like probably many of you that will find this video, the difference between that model with the upgraded 20-inch tires is only $2,000 less than just getting a performance model. So it made you wonder, like, am I missing out on acceleration? Did I make the right decision? And so this is the performance model we test drove. You can tell from red calipers, that spoiler. These are 21-inch tires, or wheels, and they also have a sportier tire. The rear tires are bigger or wider than the front tires, so they call that staggered. And then from what they say, there's a different kind of suspension on the performance model. And so I looked at everything I could find on the internet and YouTube about ride difference, is that extra fun and extra tire cost, which is probably going to be 30 or 40% more you're going to pay for tires, because performance models will probably last between 10 to 20 grand before 10 to 20,000 miles before you have to replace the tires, and they're more expensive. And then now I'm walking up to the long range with the 20-inch tires that we test drove. So it looks very similar, but once you're here, it's definitely not as sporty as a tire. And yeah, this isn't a professional video, but you're not going to find this information otherwise. My wife and I could definitely tell the difference between ride quality and how loud the car was. We're in Orange County, and the Orange County Tesla dealer did not have a performance to test drive. But I just had to know from watching all these videos, am I missing out on like the performance the performance model at only $2,000 more and getting all this extra acceleration and stuff. And yeah, just absolute conclusion. So when we came down to Carlsbad, it turned out to be a really good thing because the roads around Vista and Carlsbad are a lot rougher than I remembered. And so it makes a good test for both sound and what suspension feels like. No question, the performance model is a harsher ride. Doesn't mean it'll turn everybody off, but someone sensitive to sound now and more road bumps, as me and my wife have become, clear difference. The acceleration's absurd. It is absurd. And I don't know what happened to us. We can't really survive roller coasters without getting sick these days. And it's just so fast that it gave us that same sensation. So we kind of said, that's a really neat trick. That's really fun. It can turn the corner sharper, but it's extreme enough with, you know, the instant torque of these electric cars. It's extreme enough that probably we wouldn't actually drive it that much. Other than like, we would actually drive it that much. Other than like, you know, make friends giggle or something. And so I got what I needed today, which was clear confidence that the long range with the 20-inch tires is the right decision for us. It does make me wonder a little bit about the 19-inch tires, which are even thicker, because that's probably the softest ride and you get the most range out of it. Also the cheapest tires, probably the longest lasting tires. But they don't have one to test drive, and neither my wife or I really like the look of that car. And we tend not to be look people, which you could tell if you saw us in our Honda Clarity right now. But yeah, it's settled for us. That long range with the 20-inch rims is the nice point. And actually, I was thinking as I was driving, if I really wanted the extra acceleration, I could always get that $2,000 acceleration boost. I kind of find that amount of money absurd. But with the long range, I did find it is still crazy fast. It's faster than most cars most people are going to drive, like acceleration-wise. You know, a Mustang with 500 horsepower 10 years ago couldn't accelerate that fast. And so I could always get that acceleration boost, and I think it might just be enough where if I really want to do it, it'll give me that extra fun if I feel like I need it. I don't know if I'm going to do it. But the performance models, I mean, if you love roller coasters, then that's what you're going to want. You're going to want the smile on your face all the time. But it's actually so extreme, I don't need to feel it. Now that we just did it on the test drive, you know, I slammed it 7 or 8 times. Did it a bunch of times. Anyway, hope this video helps, because I couldn't find a lot of videos. Some people say, performance model's not that bad. You guys are all wusses. Or I think there's a clear difference between them. And I ran a decibel meter. So our Clarity on Highway 78 kind of bumped around from 65 to 70 decibels. And whether it's accurate or not doesn't matter, because I was using the same device to test between the cars. And then we went in the performance model, and it was always at 70, and then it would bump up to 73 or 74 decibels. And yeah. And we were feeling that. It wasn't just looking at a number. You could tell it's harsher. Bumps are louder. Road noise is louder. And man, Highway 78, what a wreck that thing is. Anyway, hope this helps you. Long range, upgraded tires because they look cooler. That was our decision. All right, so what's your take, Model Y? Long range versus the performance.
Long range for sure.
Why?
The ride is smoother.
Anything else?
I just don't see the
Now
benefit
turn left onto Business Park Drive.
of the performance versus.
How'd the performance acceleration feel to you?
I just don't see why it's necessary. It's fast, but we live in Orange County. We don't need to be. That's an S, huh?
Yeah. So Mom's vote is long range, premium tires.
Yeah.
Does it make you wonder about the long range with the 19-inch tires?
No,
Why is that?
I don't like This is gonna sound silly, but I don't like the look of that tire.
Yeah. That's the mom's summary. Okay, so long range, 20-inch tires. Now walking up to the performance model, you can tell that from this red line in the spoiler. And these are 21-inch rims. And this has different suspension also, and you can, the red calipers. So a big part of the ride is the suspension of the
Are you
tires.
noticing something?
No, it's good.
Oh, you want to check it out? This is my one day with car.
No, congratulations.
They dropped it off yesterday to my home.
How do you like it so far? I know it's one day, but
No, I don't like that much.
You don't like it?
In terms of the whole driving and the power and all that's good.
Yeah.
Just the interior and exterior. Just
Oh,
so
you-
many questions I had.
You're used to higher
If you're
quality.
if you're thinking buying a pearl white,
yeah, we are.
this is a bumper plastic, and this is metal. So they're not exactly same color.
Oh, he's right. Look at
And
how
there's the
different
contrast.
that is.
You
Oh
see this?
my gosh!
You
Yeah.
can tell. You can tell right away. That was one of my major complaints. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Oh, that's
now
crazy.
that you mention it,
Yeah, yeah. If you don't pay attention, you don't.
Yeah.
You draw to something else. But
Oh my
yesterday
God.
I was
You
like,
can't see
what?
this on camera, but
That
it's
is.
super different.
And then here, I mean, YouTube says a lot of things. right?
Yeah.
YouTube-
I see what you're saying. The alignment, right?
You know, I've
Yeah.
been touring around this whole building to look at the similar things. It's all there. These guys do not make luxury cars.
No, they
not.
don't. They don't. They
Just,
don't.
I would say even substandard. My last car was Toyota RAV4. Well, there's no such thing. It's like I don't even think
Yeah, I've
about
never
it.
even heard of that.
Yeah.
But
till we
here it's
tested
like,
it.
oh my god.
So what did they say about the paint color?
So I'm gonna take it in Tuesday. I don't know if they will do anything.
It's
Even if
crazy different.
I don't know if they
Yeah.
can.
It makes me
right?
wonder if the
Because
gray one's like that.
the other colors are better.
This one.
They
me see.
say their excuse is that when you paint something on
Closer.
top of the plastic to the metal,
Yeah.
it's different. But it's like, who give you? Who cares what difference?
You can't really tell that much on this.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's interesting.
So I regret I shouldn't buy the white one.
Shoot, we got a white
You know
one.
what? After a while, who cares? It's get dirty.